Well, the stage is set for the first presidential debate tonight. No commercials, no giant crowds, and no handshakes when the debate airs tonight on all major TV networks. And just to give you a preview, here are some of the topics chosen by moderator Fox News Chris Wallace that are on the table. So they include the Trump and Biden records, the Supreme Court, COVID-19, the economy, race and violence in the U.S., and the integrity of the election. But one topic not on the list, Trump's tax returns. Now, while this may not be on Wallace's list of questions, it may very well be on Biden's agenda. So stay tuned as both candidates go head-to-head on the debate stage tonight. And this year's election could be reminiscent of the one in 2000. No clear winner at the end of it all. Now, only this time there could be millions of mail-in ballots to go through. Abby Phillip goes over what could go wrong and what may happen if it does.
As the president continues to cast doubt over the legitimacy of an election that is just over a month away,
this is going to be a disaster.
Democratic officials tell CNN an army of lawyers are preparing for a wide range of obscure election scenarios that Trump himself has floated, from sending law enforcement to monitor polls to having the election decided in Congress.
We have an advantage if we go back to Congress. Does everyone understand that?
A disputed electoral college result could put the fate of the election in the hands of the new House of Representatives elected in November, with each state delegation getting one vote. Republicans currently have a 26-22 advantage. Speaker Nancy Pelosi is ready for this possibility.
I've been working on this for a while. I've been working on almost every scheme he might have to steal the election.
Sending a letter to her caucus urging them to focus on winning a majority of state delegations in November and flipping the Senate, writing, "We must achieve that majority of delegations or keep the Republicans from doing so." Trump has also floated the idea of an election that's decided in the Supreme Court, like Bush v. Gore in 2000.
I think this will end up in the Supreme Court. And I think it's very important that we have 9 justices.
One of the Florida judges at the center of that recount who sided with Bush to stop the count and has since retired, making his fears of Trump clear in a rare letter to colleagues, saying Trump is a threat to democracy and giving only one real solution.
There will not be a problem if the Democrats win the Senate and Biden wins the presidency. The problem will result if there is continued to be a divide between the House and the Senate.
Trump falsely claiming that voter fraud is rampant, tweeting this morning, "The ballots being returned to states cannot be accurately counted. Many things are already going very wrong." But the president has been building a case against absentee ballots or mail-in voting for months, none of which is based on facts. Widespread voter fraud is largely non-existent in the United States.
You could forget about November 3rd because you're going to be counting these things forever. And it's very dangerous for our country.
But there are real risks for the election. Today, courts in New York and Pennsylvania ordered the post office to stop policy changes that would slow down the mail, echoing last week's settlement with the post office forcing it to prioritize election mail.
And Trump Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett